Hey, this is JC. Welcome to Urban Life Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. We're in the jungle once again, and I thought I'll touch on a very practical issue for in the jungle, and that is when it comes to fire making. Now, when people talk about fire making, often the discussion is on fire starting. Now, you can bring out a fire kit like that to help you get a fire going. We've got some fat wood, dry natural jute to catch a spark. We've got wax jute to keep it going for a while, and we also have a sharpener to get some shavings if we need, whether it's from the fat wood or from regular wood. Now, starting the fire in the jungle is not that difficult if you have the right tinder materials. The key is actually sustaining the fire, and that is actually a very big challenge, and it's much harder than it seems. And the reason is the weather in the jungle is often damp, it's humid, there's lots of moisture. It's very difficult to find dry wood. Even with dead standing wood, it can be quite moist. You can process it, but then you're left with very little wood in the middle. So the key to sustaining the fire in the jungle is the wood processing stage, and especially getting enough kindling in order to burn long enough for your fuel, which is the bigger wood, to catch fire and to sustain. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We are going to start a fire, but more importantly, we're going to try to sustain the fire, and we're going to start by processing lots of wood. We're first going to look for wood, and then we're going to cut them down so that we have lots of kindling. So I just can't pluck or pick up dry branches. Even though they look and sound dry, they are not dry enough to be effective kindling. They burn out very quickly, and they can't sustain the fire long enough for the fuel to burn. So we need to process the wood down to get kindling, get lots of feather sticks as well to easily catch fire, and of course building the fire itself is critical. So let's get started. So we've processed the wood and laid down the wood to create kind of a fire base. So we do have the feather sticks done. We've also cut a lot of these pieces of kindling, so it's really split, and hopefully this will be dry enough to sustain the fire in the initial stage, to put on thicker pieces and then eventually add on even thicker pieces to be fuel. So we're going to start off the fire using a combination of natural jute and wax jute. That will be our fire starter, and hopefully be long enough to catch the rest of the kindling so that we can sustain this fire to have a slow burn. So I've got the sustained fire going. You actually can see some moisture coming out from the larger pieces of wood, that's really sap, but it doesn't catch fire. It's not like resin from fat wood, and that's just the nature of the wood over here. But we do have the sustained fire going. It's very important to always add lots of oxygen. As the moisture comes out, it tends to affect the fire, and I found you just need to add in oxygen. And then as you see the top layer of wood get blacker, then you add in another cross layer, and just always feed the fire, watch it, give it oxygen, and you can get a sustained fire in the jungle. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.